Leftover steaks, what do you do with them? You can't really heat them up again because that would ruin the medium rare doneness that you tried so hard to achieve. You can do a half-hearted sandwich, but they're never tasty. Today, we're gonna make a Shin Cup inspired beef ramen with leftover steak. So first, we make the broth. We take our dashi pot, 2 bags of dashi sachets, and we're gonna add the roasted leftover beef bones. This has been roasting for 25 minutes. Only if you had bone in, otherwise you can skip this part. We have some roasted beef bones and some offcuts. We add this to the dashi pot as well. We add some water. Bring this to a simmer, and after 5 minutes, we'll take the bags out. While that's simmering, we prepare the beef for the garnish. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna chop them really fine and stir fry them with a bit of kimchi. Because they came straight from the fridge, they're very easy to cut. We have some short ribs, well, one of my favorite cuts, along with spinatus dorsi from the ribeye, the 7th rib. You want to cut them quite fine because we want to give it a proper sear to give them almost a beef jerky kind of texture. And then the kimchi. Normally I would add the kimchi and the beef in stages, but because we're gonna add the kimchi brine later back into the broth, so for a leftover dish, we can do the kimchi and the beef together. Now, important stage, my dry cleaner's favorite part, you squeeze the juice out of the kimchi. Otherwise, it would release way too much moisture into the pan. That was close. After 5 minutes, you take out the dashi sachets. And you continue to boil the crap out of the beef bones. They actually impart way more flavor than I thought they would. Now, we chop the kimchi, add them to the beef. Now, we're ready to cook the beef. We'll put this to the side to simmer or boil. Bit of vegetable oil or any high smoke point oil. The beef is fatty, so you don't need to add that much. We could have added the beef fat if I didn't spill it. Everything goes in. While that's cooking, we're gonna slice some scallion for garnish later. Because of the strong and bold flavors of the beef and the kimchi, you can even use scallion white for this. Of course, you keep an eye on your beef. And here we have 2 more optional ingredients. Bean sprouts, which I blanched already for just about a minute. And wood ear mushrooms, which I rehydrated and blanched for about a minute. They both add texture to the dish. Oh, you can smell the kimchi. I mean, the whole room smells like kimchi right now. Kimchi is starting to brown a bit. Beef is perfectly brown. At this point, we lower the heat to medium and we add a dash of soy sauce for some extra umami. The reason why we lowered the heat is because soy sauce burns much more easily. You don't want the burnt bitterness. And we want to cook this just enough for the soy sauce to evaporate a bit. And everything takes on this beautiful darker color. The noodle goes in. You can use any ramen noodle or soba or whatever you fancy. About 3 minutes. You can always taste. We check on our dashi. We fish out the beef bones. I mean, they've really done their jobs. And now we taste. Oh, it's very beefy and smoky. Now, bear in mind, the garnish is very flavorsome. To this, we add a dash of soy. Again, some extra umami. The kimchi liquid that we preserved. This is what's going to give us the Shin Cup flavors. The fermented ginger, garlic, the brightness, the acidity. I mean, if you have gochujang, you can add some, but then that makes the whole dish extra spicy. Oh, that's brilliant. Now, we keep it warm. There's so many moving parts going on for a leftover dish, huh? It's practically done. Very optional step. I like to run it under cold water. for extra bounciness. Briefly back to the hot water to regain the temperature. And then it's plating time. Noodles into the bowl. We have the wood ear mushrooms and the bean sprouts. Both have been blanched for about a minute. Garnish. A 6.5 minute boiled egg. You want the knife to be a bit wet for this. And then we ladle some hot broth over the beef garnish, just for some extra flavor. Don't be generous with your broth. Now, we have the spring onion. And the egg. And there you have it. Leftover steak does not have to suck. This is my Shin Cup inspired leftover steak ramen. I hope you enjoy. Oh my god, that was hard. That was very hard.